Hello, teacher Rick.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Feng Ni, Chao Gon. Feng Ni.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Feng Ni?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. And Bao Ming,
Hello, Mr. Rick.
Chao Gon. How are you?
I'm a bit busy because I
A
just
bit
woke up.
busy today. Oh, you just woke up.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Have you had a busy week at school, Michael?
I did. I just went to a big event, Horizon, yesterday,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I had to stay there like 5 hours.
5 hours. Wow.
Yeah.
What was the event?
The people there celebrates the 30 years of our school
Oh,
organized.
okay. Okay. 30 years.
Yeah, 30 years.
Right. Okay. Good. Was it fun?
To be honest, it doesn't sound fun to me
Right.
because the music was a bit too loud and I
Oh,
had
was it?
a headache.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry it wasn't so fun.
Well, I still have to go do to my duty.
Of course, I understand. Okay. Cha Mi, Chao Gon, Cha Mi.
Hi, teacher.
How are you, Cha Mi?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
Good.
And you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Okay, so I'm glad everyone has remembered to come to the new time. Okay. Bao Chan,
Hi, teacher.
how are you, Bao Chan?
Um, Good. I'm good all the days.
Good. Okay. Good. I can hear you very clearly. That's great. And who else can I see? Hyung Ling. Hyun Ling, Chao Gon, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Can everyone turn their cameras on, please? Thank you. Come in. Jawi. Chao Gon Jawi. Okay, who can I see so far? Chami, I can see you. Thank you. What is the weather like today? Chami?
I think it's hot here, about
Oh, it's hot today.
25.
25. Wow, not so cold today. Not so cold.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I think the temperature about the same here. It's about 25 today too. So same. Okay, so Feng Ling, how are you, Feng Ling?
I'm good.
Good. And Zhao Wei, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you.
That's great. Thank you. And good. Kak Zong, I can see you now. Thank you. Hyung Ling, I can't see you. And Bao Chan. Okay, thank you, Bao Chan. I can see you clearly now. Nok Kian, Chao Gon.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Nok Kian? Can you hear me, Nok Kian? Hyun Ling, I can't see you yet. Can you hear me, Hyun Ling?
Yes, wait a minute.
Okay, thank
My
you.
camera have some problem.
Okay, all right. And Kian, I can't see you yet.
Well, can you hear me?
I can, Kian, thank you. Now I can see you, thank you. That's good. Feng Ni, you have changed your hair.
Yes,
Had a haircut. Okay. Look very nice.
thank you.
Very nice, Fung Ni. Okay, just waiting for Fung Ling to come back, then we'll get started. So for those of you I didn't see last week, Happy New Year. Welcome back to class for 2024. I hope the year has started well for you. And thank you for remembering the new class time that we have. And of course, as Mrs. Ha would have told you last time, this class is now going for 2 hours. So we will finish at 12. Okay, we will finish at 12 o'clock. Okay, Fung Ling, I can see you now. Thank you. That's great. Tuk Ling.
Hello, Mr. Rick.
Chào con, Tuk Ling. How are you?
I'm great.
Good, good. Glad to hear it. Okay, everyone. So like I say, Happy New Year. Welcome to class. And we're going to get started now. So I will share with you what we're going to be doing today, all to do with writing today, by the way. And just a reminder, at the end of this month, at the end of January, we'll have another mock Ielts test. Same as we did when I came to Hanoi about 6 weeks ago. So we will do one every 2 months. Every 2 months, we will have another mock Ielts test to help you practice doing the test. Okay, you should all be able to see the document now. So what we're going to be doing today is, again, we're going to be focusing on writing task 2. Okay, so we're going to be reviewing the things that you need to know about writing task 2. Okay, these are all to do with the structure of the essay. I'm going to be teaching you how to improve your vocabulary. The main question I get asked by students, well, there are 2 main questions. One is how do I think of ideas? How do I think of ideas? And we've already covered that a few weeks ago. And the second question is, how do I learn new words? How do I learn new words? So I'll be giving you a lesson on that. And then we're going to be looking at a sample answer to a task 2 essay to give you an idea, just in case you are not sure, to give you an idea of what a band 7 answer, a band 7 or 8 answer should look like, how it is structured, and the sort of words they use. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of writing practice. So that's what we're going to be doing between now and lunchtime. Before I start, does anyone have any questions for me? Okay, so you can see here, everyone, I hope you need to know this. Okay, you need to know this. Kakzung, Kakzung.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Kakzung, what is the first thing you need to know? Please look at what I've highlighted.
5 different essay types.
Good, 5 different essay types. So you must remember there are 5 different essay types. And why this is important is because that each one has a slightly different structure. Okay, slightly different structure. So you need to know what the 5 different essay types are and how to answer them. That's what we'll be reviewing in just a moment. Fung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, what is the next thing we need to know?
What is the main difference between answering an opinion essay and the other 4 types?
Good reading, Fung Ni. Do you know the answer to that question, by the way?
Oh, sorry, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. I'll remind you of that in just a moment. But please remember, after this lesson, okay, please, well, make sure you take notes for this because I won't be looking at structure again for a little while. So this is your chance now to make notes that you can understand about how the essays are structured. If you don't know how the essays are structured, then you will not get a good mark. So you must know the structure or framework of each of these essays. And that's what I'll be reminding you about in just a moment. Michael, Bao Ming,
Yes.
what is the next thing you need to know?
How many paragraphs should your essay have?
And how many, Michael?
Around 3 paragraphs.
No, not
it's
correct.
Two paragraphs.
No. Okay, so we need to review that. Okay, thank you, Michael. Charmy.
Yes.
Okay, what is the next thing we need to know?
What are the names of each paragraph?
Do you know, Charmy?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, what are they?
The first one is the introduction.
Correct.
And the second is first paragraph about the reason. First detailed paragraph.
Yep.
And second detailed paragraph. And
Correct.
the last one is the conclusion.
Okay, very good, Charmy. Okay, so you know that already. That's great. But again, we'll review this. Thank you, Charmy. Bao Chan.
Yes.
Okay, what is the next thing we need to know?
The structure of the introduction paragraph.
Correct. Hyung Ling. Oi.
Ok các bạn nhé, các thầy mà gọi đến tên mình cái là mình trả lời ngay, không cần yes I'm here thì cho nó mất thời gian là một. Cái thứ hai là tập trung trả lời ngay nhé. And please teacher, if you call someone the second time, if they do not answer, please skip them. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Ha. Zhao Wei.
What is the structure of the main body paragraph?
Thank you, Zhao Wei. And Feng Ling.
What is the structure?
Can you read again for me, please? I didn't hear that, Feng Ling.
What is the structure of the conclusion?
Correct. What is the structure of the conclusion? Thank you, Feng Ling. Okay, so everyone, again, you need to know the answers to these things because this is how you structure your essay. So we're going to be looking at this right now. So if you don't already have notes about this, please make notes for yourself about this. You should be able to answer all these questions. If you don't, then you won't know how to structure your essay properly and you won't get a good mark. All right. So all right, so to answer our first question, these are the 5 different essay types. The 5 different essay types. Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, what are the 5 different essay types, please?
Is opinion, discussion, cause, or problems and solutions, advantage or disadvantage, and double question.
Good, thank you, Kian. So, opinion, okay, opinion is where the question will say something like this, okay? Do you agree with this view? Give your opinion. All right, but just a warning, just because it says opinion, give your opinion, doesn't mean that it's an opinion essay, okay? So it doesn't mean it's an opinion essay. Most of the time it will be, but it doesn't have to be. The other way you can tell an opinion essay is to what extent do you agree or disagree. Tuk Ling.
Yes.
Tuk Ling, can you remember what is different about an opinion essay from the other 4 types of essay? Can you remember?
I think is you have to state your opinion.
Yes.
You agree or disagree.
You
right?
agree or disagree with what?
What?
With
one side.
Thank you, Tuk Ling. Yes, that is exactly right. Thank you. Good memory. Okay, everyone. So the difference between an opinion essay and the other sorts of essays is that all these other essays, discussion, okay, causes, problems, and solutions, advantages, disadvantages, and double questions, okay, you look at both sides of a problem, or maybe more than two sides if there are more than two sides. But in an opinion essay, you only choose one side. Kakzong, does that make sense to you? Kakzong.
Yes.
Okay, in an opinion essay, you only choose what? Kakzong? What did I just say? You only choose what? In an opinion essay, you
Agree
only
or
choose.
disagree.
You only choose
one.
one side, Kakzong, okay? You only choose one side. So you will either agree or you will disagree.
Yes.
Okay, so with an opinion essay, it will always have something like this. Do you agree with this view, or to what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, this phrase here, for those of you forgotten, just means how much do you agree or disagree? Do you disagree strongly or not so strongly? Do you agree strongly or not so strongly? But with all these opinion essays, you only pick one side. And again, what I mean by that is you either agree or you disagree. So both your main paragraphs will be about either agree or disagree. You don't write one paragraph why you agree and another paragraph about why you disagree. I hope that's clear, because this is very important. In an opinion essay, you only choose one side and you write both your paragraphs about that side. Okay? And the two sides you have to choose between are agree or disagree with whatever the question is. Okay, so for example, this question here, all right? Some people think that playing video games is not good for children. Okay, agree or disagree. You choose just one side and write the essay about the side you choose. It doesn't matter, remember, there is no right or wrong answer. You choose the side that it is easiest for you to write about. Okay, the one that you have the most ideas. The one that you have the most ideas. That is the side that you usually choose. So whether you agree or disagree doesn't matter. But you just have to choose one side, not both. So I hope that is clear to everyone. An opinion essay, as I've got here, pick one side and write about that only. Okay, essay type number 2. Is it a discussion essay? Okay. And usually in a discussion essay, you do look at both sides. All right, so you'll have one paragraph about maybe one side, one paragraph about the other side. You can tell it's a discussion essay because it will have this as part of the question. Discuss, okay? Discuss, okay? So in this one, Feng Ni.
Yes.
Okay, Feng Ni. So looking at what I've highlighted, Feng Ni, what will your first main paragraph be about, Feng Ni?
Sorry, I can't.
Okay, can you see what I've highlighted, Feng Ni?
Yes.
Okay, so can you read what I've highlighted, Feng Ni?
Should citizens be responsible for their own health with the private health insurance, or should the government provide free healthcare for all?
Good. Okay, so what will your first main paragraph be about? What will it discuss?
I think we'll discuss about the reason why
Yeah, reason why. Yes, keep going. Good.
I agree or disagree.
No, not agree or disagree, okay? The first paragraph, everyone, I will tell you, because I want to get through this quite quickly, okay, will be about what you think about citizens being responsible for their own health, paying for their own health. Okay, Phung Ni?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see that is the first part of this question. So your first paragraph will be about the first part of the question. So now you know that, Phung Ni, what will your second paragraph be about?
Second paragraph will be the government provide free healthcare for all.
Correct. The second paragraph will be about, should the government provide free healthcare for all? Yes or no? Okay. So again, I hope that's clear for everyone. First paragraph of a discussion essay deals with the first part of the question. Second paragraph deals with the second part of the question. Okay, looking at this problems and solutions essay. Okay, you can see it's a problem and solution essay because it mentions problem. Okay, as part of the question. Okay, then it says, how can we prevent this problem? In other words, what are the solution? Okay, this one again should be fairly easy. Michael, Bao Ming.
Yes.
Okay, in this essay, what is your first main paragraph going to be about?
In this essay, my first problem is gone about causes.
Correct. Okay, your first,
Why the water pollution has become, yeah.
That is quite right. Okay, first paragraph on this question, easy to tell. Okay, what causes water pollution? Okay, and Michael, what is the second paragraph going to be about?
The second paragraph is about the solution of how we can prevent the problem.
Okay, correct. Okay, so this one is a very simple structure to see. Okay, first paragraph, what causes water pollution? Second paragraph, how can we prevent the problem? All right, next type of essay, advantages and disadvantages essay. Again, these essays are easy to spot because it will say this. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages for young people. So, Cha Mi.
Yes.
Okay, what is your first main paragraph going to be about?
You will write about the advantage.
Correct. And what is your second main paragraph going to be about?
Write about the disadvantage.
Correct. Good, Chavi. Okay, again, very simple. Okay, very easy. And finally, the last type of essay is a double question sort of essay. Double question essay. A little bit similar to this. This is also a double question essay. The problems and solutions. So they are quite similar, except the questions are a little bit different. So, Bao Chan.
Yes.
Okay, Bao Chan. So looking at this topic here, okay, what is your first main paragraph going to be about?
Just to recommend that overview. I will discussion about the societal of the older.
Need to have a little bit more detail, Bao Chan. So your first paragraph, what's it going to be about? Your first main paragraph. After the introduction, what is your next paragraph going to be about?
I will.
Okay, okay. Hyung Ling, are you there? Zhao Wei.
Yes.
Okay, Zhao Wei, what is the first paragraph going to be about?
I think the first paragraph is about the reason why many old people don't get enough exercise.
Correct. And the second paragraph, shall we?
The solution for the problem.
Correct. Correct. No, that is exactly right, Zhao Wei. Thank you. Bao Chan.
Yes.
Okay, do you understand now, Bao Chan? The first main paragraph is going to be about what are the reasons, okay? Why old people don't get enough exercise, okay? That is what your first main paragraph is going to be about. Your second main paragraph is going to be about this. the solutions. How can we get old people to exercise more? Does that make sense, Bao-Chan?
Yes, I understand.
Good. All right. So again, please ask me if there are any questions about this, because it's very important that you understand how to answer each of these 5 different essays. So again, I will summarize. There are 5 different types of essay. The first type is an opinion essay, okay, where it asks you, do you agree or disagree about something, or to what extent do you agree or disagree? Okay, or it might ask you, what is your opinion? Okay, remember, for these essays, you only pick one side. And you write only about that one side. Okay, whether you agree or whether you disagree. That is an opinion essay. Discussion essay, it will ask you to discuss your viewpoint. All right, and then again, you just look at the 2 different parts of the question. You write one main paragraph about each part. All right, a problems and solutions type of essay. Okay, again, you can see, quite simple. You write one paragraph about what the problem is. Then you write your second paragraph, what is the solution? Advantages, disadvantages. You will write one paragraph about the advantages, one paragraph about the disadvantages. It doesn't matter which one you do first, I don't think. Okay, you can do either advantages or disadvantages first, doesn't matter. And double question 1, again, the structure is quite easy. Okay, you do one paragraph, okay, about the first question, one paragraph about the second question. So you can see, I'm sure everyone, the structure is not difficult to understand. You can all understand the structure, but you must follow. You must follow the structure. It's easy to understand, but you must remember to follow it. Okay, so 5 different essay types. Opinion is the one that is different, because opinion, you only write about one side. The other essays, you will write about more than one side. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So, looking at how many paragraphs, I ran a part 2 essay, 4 paragraphs. Okay, 4 paragraphs. You don't get extra marks for writing more than 4 paragraphs. Maybe you might write another paragraph if you can think of a very good reason for an advantage or disadvantage. Maybe you've got more ideas, okay? But usually 4 paragraphs is enough. And these are the names of the 4 paragraphs, okay? Introduction, main body paragraph 1, or main detail paragraph 1, main body paragraph 2, and conclusion. All right, those are the 4 paragraphs always. No matter what type of essay you are doing, those are the 4 main paragraphs. Okay, looking at the introduction. This is the structure of the introduction. First sentence of your introduction, you always paraphrase the question statement. Always paraphrase the question statement. Okay, so looking at this, okay, this is the question statement. Doctors recommend older people exercise regularly. However, many of them do not get enough exercise. So your first sentence of your introduction, if you are answering this essay, would be a paraphrase of this. Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, what is a synonym for doctors? Can you think of a synonym for doctors?
Synonym for doctor?
Yeah, a synonym for doctors.
Uh,
Not sure? Kian.
Synonym for doctor.
Yeah. Can you think of can you think of one, Kian?
I know, but yeah, I think it's
Okay.
medical
Yes.
man.
Oh, yes, medical. You would say medical, not just men, because doctors can be women, of course. Okay, so you would say something like medical staff. Okay, staff, medical staff. Does that make sense, Kian?
Okay.
Medical staff is one synonym. Okay, medical staff. Tuk Ling.
Yes.
Okay, synonym for recommend.
Suggest.
Correct. Thank you, Tuk Ling. Perfect synonym. Okay, so far we have medical staff suggest that, what is a synonym? Kak Zung, for older people. What is a synonym for older people?
Elderly people.
Yes, very good, Kak Zung. Exactly that. Okay, so far we have medical staff suggest that elderly people, exercise regularly. What can we do with this one? I wonder. Feng Ni.
Sorry, I have no idea.
I think you do, Feng Ni. Actually, Feng Ni, you are smart. Okay, what does exercise regularly mean? To do what?
Often.
To exercise regularly means to do more what? Do more what?
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay, what about do more activity? Activity is a synonym for exercise. You know this word, Feng Ni?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure you do. Like I said, Feng Li, you are smart. You know this. Okay, so our sentence could read, okay, it could read, I'll get you actually, Bao Ming, Michael.
Yes.
Okay, can you please paraphrase this whole sentence using the words that I have just suggested?
Okay. Medical staff suggested that elderly people. Can I change the last part?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Okay, so medical staff suggested that elderly people work out more often.
Correct. Thank you, Michael. An excellent paraphrase. Okay, so medical staff suggests that elderly people work out more often is a great paraphrase of this. Okay, you should all be familiar with paraphrasing by now. Paraphrasing means, remember, using synonyms. Not every word, by the way, needs to have a synonym. Not every word. You decide. You decide. Okay, or you can change the structure of the sentence around. For example, I could say, my sentence could be, elderly people don't get enough exercise, say doctors. Okay, that would be another way of me paraphrasing the sentence by changing the structure, putting this part of the sentence at the beginning, okay, and this part at the end. I'll say it to you again. Elderly people don't get enough or don't do enough regular activity. Say doctors will be one way of doing that. Again, you decide, okay? But you can use synonyms or change the structure of the sentence or both. Okay, but remember, the first sentence of your introduction is always a what, Chami?
Yes.
What is the first sentence of your introduction always?
It's a paraphrase.
Thank you, Chami. Your first sentence is always a paraphrase, and it's a paraphrase of this, okay? Or a paraphrase of this, all right? Or a paraphrase of this, okay? Whatever the first sentence of the question statement is, your first sentence is always a paraphrase, okay? Chami.
Yes.
In your introduction, then, what is next? What is next after the paraphrase? After the paraphrase.
I will give my opinions and give the reasons.
Sorry, Chami, can't hear you.
I told the reasons.
Yeah. So you would give, for example, in this one, okay, Chami, you would say
Yes.
the reasons, okay, maybe one or two reasons, okay?
Yes.
And then also in this particular essay structure, you would also need to say what would encourage them to exercise more.
Yes.
Okay, good, Chami. So for everyone, again, I'm trying to go a little bit quickly through this so that everyone understands. You might say, older people don't get enough exercise because they don't feel very well. Okay, is one reason. And they don't feel very well, and maybe they find it hard to leave their house or apartment, okay, because they are not very fit. Something like that. Okay, so the second part of your introduction would always be a brief summary of these. All right, the second part of the introduction is always a brief summary of what you're going to be talking about in your next two paragraphs. I'll show you more about this a little later on. Okay, this part changes slightly depending on what the structure of the essay is. For example, an advantages, disadvantages sort of essay. In your introduction, you might say one advantage and one disadvantage, okay? And then you would talk about those more in the main body paragraphs. Bao Chan, does this make sense to you so far? Bao Chan?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is your introduction. Okay, first sentence, paraphrase. Second sentence, state your opinion and give two reasons. All right, then your main body paragraph structure is always going to be give your main reason one. Okay, give two explanations. All right, and then give an example. So you can see we do this in groups of 4. There are 4 paragraphs in your essay. Each of your main body paragraphs has 4 sentences, 4 and 4, okay? The first sentence is always going to be your main reason, then 2 sentences explaining or supporting your main reason, and then an example. Same thing for your second body paragraph. Finally, the conclusion. Okay, finally, the conclusion. Okay, you repeat your opinion and you summarize your 2 main ideas. So your conclusion is actually very similar to the introduction, but again, you try not to use exactly the same words. So your conclusion is a little bit of a paraphrase of your paraphrase, if you like. So your conclusion and your introduction are quite similar. They contain the same information, but you just use different words. Maybe use synonyms again. So again, I hope this is quite clear to everyone. I will quickly summarize this for you. Your introduction, first sentence, always a paraphrase. Second sentence, or even third sentence, okay? You give your opinion if that is what you need to do for this essay, and you usually give 2 reasons. Those 2 reasons are going to be the reasons you use in each of your main body paragraphs. Your main body paragraph, each one has 4 sentences. The reason, 2 explanation sentences, and an example. Then your conclusion is similar to your introduction. Okay, again, you repeat your opinion or you repeat your ideas, but using different words. Xiao Wei, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. We're going to go back to this in just a moment. Now, in fact, I'll do this for you now before we do the vocabulary one. Changed my mind. All right. I'm just checking to see who else we have joining our class. Dung Ha, chào con.
Viết Tâm.
Hi, Dung Ha. Viet Ang, can you hear me?
Hôm mai bố đi học, bố hỏi cô.
I can hear you.
Good, Viet Ang. Dut.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Dut. Can you turn your camera on, please? And Kang Ling. Kang Ling.
Yes, hello.
Chào con, Kang Ling. How are you?
Hello, teachers. I'm Steve.
Okay. Good. I can see you now. Thank you. Okay. Please remember, everyone, keep your cameras turned on so I can see you, please. I want to see that you're paying attention and getting involved in the class. Okay. What I'm going to be showing you now is an example of an essay. Okay. Dung Ha. Dung Ha, oi.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Dung Ha, can you see the essay topic?
Yes, I can.
Okay, can you read it for me, please?
Some people think that parents should teach their children how to be good members of society. Others, however, believe that school is the best way to learn this. Discuss both views and give your own opinion.
Good reading, Dung Ha. So, what type of essay do you think this essay is? Were you here at the beginning of the class when I was talking about the 5 different types of essays, Dung Ha?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so what type do you think? Is this an opinion essay? Is this a double question essay? Is this a problems and solutions essay? What is it?
I think it's a double questions.
Double question essay? No, Dung Ha. Okay, there are not 2 questions here. Okay, there are not 2 questions. A double question essay will very clearly, okay, show 2 questions. All right, this has 2 sentence statements, but not 2 questions. So it's not a double question essay. Kang Ling. Kang Ling, oi. Tuk Ling.
I'm here.
Okay, Tuk Ling, what type of essay do you think this is?
It is discussion.
Correct.
Essay.
Thank you, Tuk Ling. Okay, everyone, it is a discussion essay. Why is it a discussion essay? Because it says this, okay? Discuss both views. Discuss both views. Okay. Kak Zung.
Yes.
Okay. Discuss both views. So what is your first main paragraph going to be about, Kak Zung?
Give my opinion.
About what, though? What is it going to be about? Okay, Phung Ni.
Yes.
Okay, what is your first main paragraph going to be about?
I think it's a discuss on some people think that parents should teach their children how to be good member of society.
Is exactly right. Thank you, Phung Ni. And what is the second paragraph going to be about?
Our second paragraph is going to be the school is the best place to learn this.
Great. Thank you, Phung Ni. So, Kak Zung.
Yes.
Okay, so your first paragraph, I just want to make sure you understand this, is going to be about this part. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Why is it a good idea, okay, that parents should teach their children how to be good members of society? Okay. Why is that a good idea or not? All right. Your second paragraph is going to be about why is it better that school teaches children how to be a good member of society? Okay. That is what your second paragraph is going to be about. All right. Because here it says discuss both views. Okay. So let's look. So this is, by the way, this is a real Ielts task 2 topic. Okay, this was in an exam. Okay, so this is exactly the sort of thing that you can expect to get in the Ielts test. This, what we are going to look at now, is a real answer by a student. Okay, it's not my answer. It's not an answer that has been made up. It is a real answer. So there are some mistakes in it. There are some mistakes in it. Maybe you can spot one or two of them. But this essay, I think it's got at least a 7. So if you want to get a band 7 score in the Ielts test, this is the sort of level you need to be writing at. Okay, so the first thing this student has done, is what? Charmy, what is the first thing the student has done?
She paraphrased the questions.
She paraphrased the question. Let's everyone quickly look at the paraphrase. Okay, so they haven't changed some people. Okay, they stuck with some people. But what is the first thing they've paraphrased? Bao Chan.
They paraphrase the problem that some people think that parents should teach their children how to be a good member of society.
Sorry, Bao Chan, a little bit more detail. What is the first word that they have paraphrased? The first word. Okay. Look at this. Look at the question. Look at their paraphrase. What's the first thing they've changed?
I think they change from some people think to the school is the best place to learn, and they
Even easier than that, Bao Chan. Even easier. Okay, you were right. They've changed some people think. What has this student changed some people think into?
Into how to teach their children how to function as useful.
Okay, Bao Chan, even easier. They've changed some people think. Okay, they've said some people. What is this word, Bao Chan?
That children should be taught.
No, wait, see where I've highlighted, Bao Chan?
They change the thing to believe.
Correct. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, very simple. All right, everyone, they changed, the student changed think, okay, to believe. Okay, very easy paraphrase. Okay, very easy synonym. So they kept some people and they just changed think. They say believed. Okay. What is the next thing they have done? Michael, what have they done with their paraphrase here?
Well, there's the parents should teach their children, and they change the structure into the children should be taught by their parents.
Correct. Thank you, Michael. Okay, very good. You can see that this student, okay, has changed the structure of the sentence, okay, has put children in this part instead of parents. Okay, so all they've done is change the two parts of the sentence around. Okay, that is their paraphrase. Okay, instead of saying good members of society, shall we?
Yes.
What has this student said instead of good members of society?
They changed by the word of parents.
No, you can see the phrase I'm looking at here, good members of society. What have they done with that phrase?
They changed the phrase to their parents. Should be taught by their parents.
Keep going. shall we?
About how to function as as a useful member of the society.
That's right. Okay, so they've changed good members of society, everyone, into useful members of society. So you can see with this paraphrase, and remember, this student has scored at least 7. Okay, which is a pretty good mark. They've got at least 7. They haven't actually paraphrased much. Okay, just the occasional word. And they've changed the structure of the sentence. Okay, so again, they've changed think to believe. Okay, they've changed useful, okay, to good. All right, and they've changed the sentence around. They've changed the structure of the sentence. They've put children first and they've put parents second. Okay, another one of these, Feng Ling.
Yes.
In their paraphrase, Feng Ling, what have they changed school into? What have they said instead of school?
Educational.
Yes. Educational what?
Institutions.
Good. Okay. It is pronounced institutions. Can you say that for me, please, Feng Ling?
Institutions.
Institution. Institution. Say it again, please, Feng Ling.
Institution.
Good. Institution. Okay. Institution is a formal word which means organization. Organization. Okay. So a school is an institution. A school is a type of organization. So instead of saying school, they've said educational institution. Okay. A school is an organization where you go to get educated. You all know that. Okay. So that's what they've done with school. They've turned it into educational institutions. Okay. So you can see how they've done their paraphrase by changing not many words, but just the structure of the sentence. But they have changed some words. Okay. And again, I repeat to you, this is a band 7 essay. So they've done pretty well. All right. So then in the second part of their introduction, okay, they've summarized, all right, what they are going to talk about in their essay. This is a word I know you might not be familiar with. Latter. Latter. Okay. Latter means second. Latter means second. All right. So here, although the latter opinion, okay, what is the second opinion? Feng Ling. Feng Ling.
Yes.
There are 2 opinions in the question statement, okay? Which one is the latter opinion? Which one is the latter opinion?
School is the best place to learn this.
Is correct, okay? So latter, again, is just a formal way of saying the second thing. It says, okay, does anyone know what the word for first means? If latter means second, can anyone tell me what the English word is for first? Also begins with F. The word is former. Former. F-O-R-M-E-R. F-O-R. Okay, this is the former opinion. Okay, this is the latter opinion. Former and latter mean first and second. It's just another way, a more formal way of saying first and second. So please write those words down because they are quite common in English essays. Okay, a former opinion means the first one. A latter opinion means the second one. If you are still confused, I'll repeat it for you again. There are 2 opinions here, okay? One opinion says parents should teach their children how to be good members of society. The other opinion says schools should teach children to be good members of society. This first one is known as the former opinion, Okay, this one here is known as the kian. What? What is this opinion? This is the former opinion. This is the what? What have I just been talking about?
Later opinion.
Letter.
Oh,
Okay.
it's latter.
Yeah, this word here has an extra T, so it's different from later. Okay, although maybe related because it's second, it is later. Okay, so maybe they are related, I'm not sure. Okay, this is the latter opinion. Okay, beneficial is a good word that they have used here. Tukling.
Yeah.
What can you tell me? What does beneficial mean? If you are not sure, Tukling, please guess. If you are not sure, guess.
I know this word, but
what is a synonym for it?
I don't know.
What does it mean?
Useful.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Tukling. Good. Useful or good. Something like that. Beneficial means something, again, it is a formal word. All it means is something that is useful or good. Okay? That's all it means. Beneficial. Something that is beneficial is something that is good, that is useful. But they've used it in this essay instead of good because they are trying to show that their vocabulary is good. Okay, so instead of saying good, they've used this word, beneficial. Okay, any questions so far about this? So, paraphrase, okay, in their first sentence. In the student's second sentence, they've only done 2 sentences in the introduction, okay, they have said what their opinion is. Okay, and this student has said that they believe while school is useful for teaching children, okay, they believe that a family upbringing, okay, is more important in educating children to be a good part of the community. All right, so you can see here, I hope, their first detail or main body paragraph, okay? I'm going to get you to read this, please. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, Zung Ha, can you please read what I have highlighted, please?
Schools can be considered suitable place for children to learn to be good citizens with standardized educational methods. Schools can foster children's cognitive development so that they are able to contribute to society in the future. For example, Chung Wung School and B School are well known for having nurture successful alumni such as Professor Ngô Bảo, Professor Nguyen Hưng, who has devoted their talents to the development of the country.
Okay, thank you, Zung Ha. I know there were some unfamiliar words there, all right, but good reading. Okay, so, but hopefully I won't go through all these words at the moment because there are too many, all right? But you can see, I hope, how they are doing the structure, okay? So this is their main idea, all right? Schools can be considered suitable places for children to learn to be good citizens, okay? To learn good behavior about being part of society, okay? This is an explanation sentence, okay? This is an explanation sentence, which basically means, okay, because schools are good at teaching, they can help children's thinking, okay? That's what cognitive development means, by the way, okay? Schools can help children's thinking so they can contribute to society in the future. Then what the student has done, instead of putting the example at the end of the paragraph, they've put the example in the middle, okay? I think, okay, They should have put this sentence, okay, should be in the middle, then they should have used their example. But they are still following the structure that I showed you before, okay? So they have their main idea, okay? They have two, one there and one there, explanation sentences, and they have an example sentence, all right? 4 sentences as part of the paragraph. So again, I remind you of what we've done so far. Introduction, paraphrase, okay? Give your opinion in the next sentence with your 2 main ideas in it, all right? First body paragraph, okay? Your first main idea, okay? Explanations and example, okay? Their second body paragraph is, of course, about the second part of the question, okay? I believe parents play a more important role in teaching children to be good citizens. So their second paragraph is about this part of the question. You can see the structure, I hope, very clearly in this. Okay, so this is their main idea. Okay, in their opinion, parents are more important. Explanation, okay? Explanation. In Vietnam, class size 20 students, okay? Very difficult for teachers. You can see they've used the word educators instead of teachers, all right? Very difficult for teachers to concentrate on each individual student, all right? On the other hand, they've said parents, okay, because they can teach children one-to-one, can have a much better influence. So again, they've given, in fact, they've given 3 sentences or explanations. And this time they finished with an example. They've used the example of telling children stories, okay, stories that have a good ending, that teaches some good behavior. So again, I hope you can see how this student has followed the structure that we've been talking about. And finally, the conclusion, okay? Conclusion, you can see that they have again paraphrased what they've said in the introduction. In conclusion, and remember, I've said this to some of you before, you always start off your conclusion paragraph by saying, in conclusion, or to what? Kang Ling, can you remember? Kang Ling.
Maybe that is to sum up, right?
Sorry, so the first way, remember there are 2 ways I've said to start this paragraph, Kang Ling. The first one is in conclusion. Can you remember what the second one is?
That is to sum up.
Too close, to conclude, to conclude. Okay,
Yeah.
means the same thing. Okay, so remember everyone, you only need to remember 2 ways to start this sentence, in conclusion or to conclude. To conclude, okay, which means the same thing as Kang Ling was saying, to sum up, but to conclude is more formal. Okay, so a better choice for this sort of essay. So again, we will do more of this, by the way, in other lessons, but I hope you can see from this example, which again, as I say, is a real example. Okay, this is a real student's answer for the Ielts test and one that got them a band 7 score. You can see how they followed the structure for a discussion essay. All right, they've done 1 paragraph on this part of it, okay, 1 paragraph on the other, and they've also given their opinion. They've answered that part of it. Are there any questions about that? Hopefully you can see. And we'll find out soon because I'm going to get you to do it for me. So what I'm going to do now, we're halfway through the lesson. I'm going to do now, give you a lesson on how to improve your vocabulary. because you can see, I'm sure, in the essay we've just looked at, there are words and phrases that some of you won't know. How do you learn these? Where do you find them? I'm going to show you that right now. Just check to see anyone else has joined our class. No, not yet. Okay, everyone. This, by the way, is part of a reading course for the reading part of IELTS, but it also, all of these things in here also apply to writing. Okay, so this will help you with both your reading or writing. All right, I'm going to go quite quickly through this because the main ideas in it are very simple, but this just explains them a little bit more. All right, the first thing you can see here, okay, reasons why students struggle with IELTS reading and vocabulary. 90% of students want shortcuts and tips, all right? And that is quite understandable. Everyone wants to find out what is an easy way of doing this. We as humans are always looking for the easiest way to do something, the shortest way to do something. But in this case, there is no easy way or no shortcut to learning new vocabulary. There's no easy way to learn new words. You know this from your Vietnamese subjects. There's no easy way to learn maths. There's no easy way to learn Vietnamese literature. All right, you just have to work and practice. And it is the same thing with learning English vocabulary as it is with any other subject. All right, so the first thing, okay, you need to have is the correct mindset. What mindset means is the right attitude. Okay, you shouldn't look for shortcuts and tips. The correct attitude means that you need to study properly and you need to work properly, which means you need to put some time into doing this. If you want to learn new vocabulary, you need to spend time doing it. There are no shortcuts and tips. If you want to score 7 or above, as I've mentioned before, you must have a good vocabulary. You saw some of the words and phrases in that essay sample I showed you before. You must have a good vocabulary to get that sort of score. Okay, you must practice to develop your reading skills. Right? There is more to reading than just skimming and scanning through passages. Okay, you need to practice reading each word. Okay, and you need to develop a good study strategy. I will show you more about that in just a moment. Okay, why is vocabulary important? Number one, vocabulary helps you understand the text. You need to understand the text in order to answer the questions. That makes sense. If you don't understand the text, you can't answer the questions, and you can't understand the text unless you know the vocabulary. But of course, you won't recognize every word. You won't recognize every word. But the main thing is, if you don't recognize every word, Viet Ang, if you don't recognize every word, what is my suggestion, Viet Ang?
Use synonym.
No, what have I highlighted here, Viet Ang? What have I highlighted on?
Don't panic.
Correct. If you don't recognize every word, don't panic, okay? Because this will happen to you, even in the test. Don't panic, okay? Because you can often guess the meaning of words from the context, which means you look at the sentence, you look at the words around the word you don't understand, okay? And then you have a guess. By now, most of you are quite familiar with many words, and you can usually guess, just like I did before with Tuk Ling and the word beneficial. Tuk Ling wasn't exactly sure what beneficial meant, but she could guess from the context. Okay, so you look at the words around the word you are not sure about, the context, and have a guess. Most of the time you'll be able to guess correctly. But if you don't understand every word, don't panic, don't give up. All right. So vocabulary helps you understand the text. Vocabulary helps you locate the correct answer in a passage of text quickly. Obviously, with an exam, you don't have much time to spend trying to work out what words mean. If you have a good vocabulary, you can read a text more quickly. And finally, vocabulary helps you decide which is the correct answer when choices are similar. Sometimes, as I'm sure you know, in exams, two choices will be quite similar. Which one do you choose? Well, if you have a good vocabulary, that can help you decide which is the correct answer. Now, I want to say to you something about lists. If you go online on the internet, you will find lists of words that are used in IELTS. You will see things like, these are the 100 most popular words in IELTS exams. Okay, I do not recommend that you look at these lists of words and try to learn them. All right, and these are the reasons why I don't think this is a good idea. Okay, dat. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Kang Ling, can you read reason 1, please?
Okay.
Hello.
The different IELTS tests contain thousands of words. It's impossible to predict which words might appear in the reading test. Plus, trying to learn lists of words is really boring and difficult.
Good, thank you, Kang Ling. Do you agree with that, Kang Ling? If I give you a list of words, is that really boring and difficult to learn?
Yes, totally.
Yes, it is, totally, okay? Same with me studying law language, Vietnamese. If you give me a list of Vietnamese words and say, just learn these words, it's very boring, okay? After about 4 or 5 words, you're starting to lose concentration, okay? Starting to feel tired. Just looking at a list of words and trying to learn the meaning of each word, very boring. Okay, you need to learn words in sentences, in context. That will help you remember them more clearly and make it more interesting for you. Okay, so just being given a list of 100 or 1,000 words is too boring, too difficult. Okay, number 2, the second reason is kakzung. Kakzung.
Yes.
Okay, what is the second reason? Please see what I've highlighted, Kakzung.
Learning a single word from a list doesn't teach you the word 100%, and you won't learn synonyms or collocation.
Good, okay. So just looking at a word on a list and looking at a definition doesn't actually teach you 100%. As we've already learned during this lesson, I hope you need to know synonyms for words. Just looking at a word on a list doesn't teach you the synonym, and it doesn't teach you the collocation or group of words that that word might often belong to. Okay. There is a solution to this, which I will show you in just a moment. And finally, number 3, Feng Ni. Feng Ni.
Yes. Learning lists doesn't improve your reading skills.
Good. Learning a list of words doesn't improve your reading skills. Yes, it might show you one word, but it doesn't improve the rest of your reading skills, which is what you want. Okay, so these are reasons why I don't recommend learning just a list of words. Too boring, doesn't teach you the word properly, okay, doesn't teach you how to read or speak. All right. Here is the solution to all of this. Okay, Michael, Bao Ming, you get the honor of reading the solution. Please read what I have highlighted.
Okay. What is the best way to improve your vocabulary? Read.
Thank
It's
you.
better than listening.
It is better than listening, okay? Why is it better than listening, Michael? Why is reading better than listening?
Well, I don't actually know because, well, maybe the
Okay, you know the answer, Michael. Use your common sense. Why is reading a better way to learn than listening?
well, because reading improves your skills.
Yeah, but what can you do with reading that you can't do with listening?
You can gain more knowledge and improve your brain composition.
Almost. Okay, if I'm reading something, Michael, if I'm reading something, what do I have in front of me?
A book.
Yes, but if I am listening...
So if you're listening, you can't see it by your visual.
Correct, okay? If I am listening to words, okay, they are gone, okay? Just like that, everyone, okay? As soon as I say a word like educational institution, it's gone. And you are probably thinking, what did he say? What did he say? I don't remember. What was that? But if that word is written in front of you, you can look at it again and again. Okay, so that is why reading is better than listening. All right, this is very important. This, if you only remember one thing from this lesson, everyone, please remember this. Bao Chan.
Yes.
What is the best way to improve your vocabulary, Bao Chan?
Read.
Correct. Not Kian.
What is the best way to improve your vocabulary? Read.
Yes. Okay, everyone, the best way to improve your vocabulary is to read. Okay? Is to read. But as I said way back up here about develop a study strategy, okay, you need to be careful about what you are reading. As I say here, just trying to read a book every day, even if you could, is not the answer. Okay, you need to be a little bit more strategic. Okay, these are the 10 ways, okay, to read. Okay, this is the strategy. And again, everyone, please make notes about this, because if you are serious about learning to improve your vocabulary, and if you want to get a good score in IELTS, you need to be serious. These are the 10 ways to do it. Okay. Charmy.
Yes.
Give me reason number 1, please.
Pick something you enjoy reading, not a boring IELTS book. Pick a subject or topic you enjoy. For example, football, basketball, fashion, music, news, etc.
Good. Thank you, Charmy. Okay, so reason number 1 to improve your vocabulary. Don't read a textbook, okay? Textbooks are boring. All right, read something you enjoy. If you enjoy football, if you enjoy music, if you enjoy fashion, read something about that. Okay, something that you enjoy, something that you will find interesting to read. Okay, not something boring, not a list of words. Find something, some topic you enjoy. Is number 1. Okay. Jia Wei, number 2, please.
Read regularly and constantly, say 10 to 30 minutes a day.
Okay, this word here, Jami, is not constantly. What is it?
Consistently.
Good. Consistently. Consistently just means to do something the same way each time. Okay, the same way each time. So again, I'm sure I'm not telling any of you anything new here. Okay, if you want to improve anything, you want to improve sport, you want to improve how you play a musical instrument, you need to do it regularly and consistently. I know you are busy with your other studies, okay? But I've always said to you, do English 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day, at least. That is how you are going to improve, okay? You are all here because you want to improve. But I cannot teach you every day. You need to be able to teach yourself. You need to read regularly and consistently, at least 10 minutes every day. When you are reading and you come across new words and phrases, what do you do? What do you do? Who shall I ask this one? Thong Ling. Thong Ling.
Yes.
When you are reading something and you see a new word or phrase, what do you do with it?
When if I don't know it, I will
What have I written here? What is number 3?
number 3 underline words and phrase.
Yes, underline it, okay? Hopefully you can, if you are writing, obviously if it is someone else's book or someone else's piece of paper you are reading, maybe you can't do this. But if you are looking at something online, okay, underline it, the new word or phrase, okay? And maybe try find about 10 of these per day would be great. 10 of these per day. Underline it if you are not sure. Okay, don't just skip past it and say, oh, I don't understand that word. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Underline it, okay, and go back to it. The next thing you do, Kian.
Practice guessing meaning from context.
Okay, so if you see a word you don't understand, the first thing you should do, think what the meaning might be. Guess the meaning from the context, from the sentence, okay? After you've had a guess, Tuk Ling, what do you do?
Consult a dictionary to make sure your guess is correct.
Good, okay? Consult just means to look. Look in a dictionary to make sure your guess is correct. So when you see a new word or phrase, first thing you do is underline it, or if you can't underline it, make a note of it, okay? Have a guess, okay, at what you think it means, okay? Remember, you'll need to do this in the Ielts test anyway, because you won't know every word in the Ielts test, I'm guessing. Okay, so just have a guess what you think this word might mean, then look it up in a dictionary, either in a paper dictionary or an online dictionary, so you know exactly what the word is. Then you need to do what? Zung ha. Zung ha. What do you do with your new word?
Look it up in a dictionary.
Yeah, no. What is number 6?
Write new words in notebook.
Good. Okay, everyone, you need to have a notebook or a notepad, whatever is convenient for you, okay, for new words. You write the new word down, and this is how I suggest you do it. Okay. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Okay, here is a word, Kang Ling, I am guessing you don't know. Okay, okay. How is this word pronounced, Kang Ling?
Oh, that is acquaintances. Maybe we have the after the maybe how can
Okay, how do you pronounce it, Kang Ling? Try again, this word. How do you pronounce it?
acquiesce.
Close. Acquiesce. Okay.
Acquiesce.
You can see I've written down here acquiesce. Okay, I'm sure most of you don't know this word. That's why I've chosen it. This word here is acquiesce. What sort of word is it, Kang Ling?
That is verb.
It's a verb, acquiesce. Okay, so this is how I suggest you write the word down in your notebook or piece of paper. Acquiesce, pronounced acquiesce. It is a verb. What does acquiesce mean, Kang Ling?
That is to accept or agree to something, often unwilling.
Okay, often unwillingly. Okay, acquiesce, everyone, means to agree to do something, but you don't really want to. You don't really want to do it, okay? Maybe your mum or your dad says, Kang Ling, can you please clean your room? Okay, please tidy your room, Kang Ling. And you say, oh, okay, I don't really want to because I'm busy. Okay, but I will. Okay, so you acquiesce. You acquiesce. That's how you use the word. And what is this? What is a synonym for acquiesce, Kang Ling?
The synonyms is agree.
Yes. Okay, so a simple synonym for acquiesce is you agree to do something. So acquiesce means you agree to do something. Just like I said before, using the example of Kang Ling and her room, her bedroom. Maybe her mum or dad says to Kang Ling, wow, your room is getting really untidy, Kang Ling. Please clean it. Please tidy it up. And Kang Ling says, okay, if I have to. Okay? All right, that means you are doing it, but you are doing it a little bit reluctantly. Don't really want to do it, but you agree to do it. That's what acquiesce means. Okay, so this is how I suggest you write it down in your notebook. You write down how to pronounce it. You write down what type of word it is. You write down a definition, and you write down a synonym. Okay, dat. Dat oi. Viet ang.
Yes.
Okay, Viet Ang. Do you understand what I want you to do, Viet Ang?
Yes, I understand.
To write words in your notebook. Okay, so what is number 7, Viet Ang? Can you please read number 7 for me?
Make it a habit. Maybe set yourself a target of reading 20 minutes a day for 2 weeks. If you learn 10 new words a day, it
Equals
equal 140 words.
Okay, so thank you, Viet Ang. Good reading. So I know some of you will find it hard to find time to read 20 minutes a day, but even if you found time for 10 minutes a day for 2 weeks, okay, and you learn 5 new words a day, okay, that's 70 new words you've written in your notebook. 70 new words, which is a lot. Okay, that's 70 words you didn't know before. This is how you learn new words, and this is how you remember them. How do you remember them? Kak Zung, how do you remember them? What is number 8, Kak Zung?
Review.
You review them, okay? It's no good,
Yes.
of course, just writing the word in your notebook, then you never look at it again. Okay, you won't learn it. Okay, so Kak Zung, can you please read what I have written here?
Go back and review your work in your notebook often, once per week.
Good. Okay, next bit, Kak Zung.
Practice producing full sentence using the new words. Imagine if you did this for 3 months, 6 months, even a year, how amazing your vocabulary would be.
Good. Okay, so you must review the words in your notebook often. Like I say, no good just writing a word in your notebook, then forgetting about it. Never look at it again. Once a week, you go back, even if you've only written 5 words in your notebook, you go back and review them. You practice producing a sentence using the new word. Kang Ling.
Yes.
Can you please give me a sentence using the word acquiesce?
Acquiesce.
Yes. The word we just learned. Give me a sentence, please.
Okay. I acquiesce with my mom to clean up my room. However, I don't like it.
Good. Very good, Kang Ling. Excellent. Okay, so Kang Ling has just shown how easy it is to learn a new word. And now that she's used it in a sentence, it's easier to remember. Okay, so she hasn't learned this word off a list. Have you, Kang Ling? You haven't learned this off a list. Okay, you've learned it, okay, by learning it in context with something that you do. Okay, she's learned it in association with her cleaning her room, which means the chance that she will remember it, okay, is much higher than if she just tried to remember it off a list. And like I say, imagine if you do this for some months, you will learn a new vocabulary very quickly, okay? All right, now, this is also very important. Charmy.
Yes.
Charmy, can you please read all of number 9, please?
Yes. If you do nothing, you will learn nothing. Start with baby steps, just 5 minutes a day. Don't be one of those students who looks at what is written here and listen to what I have said and thinks, this is great, and then there's nothing. You have a choice. You can spend time on this, or you can spend time filling the test.
Okay, excellent reading, Charmy. Good reading. Thank you. All right, so if you do nothing, you will learn nothing. Now, I haven't said this is easy. This is not easy. Learning new vocabulary is just like learning any new skill. It takes time, it takes work. But even if you just start with 5 minutes a day, is better than nothing. Even if you only learn one new word a day, such as acquiesce or educational institution is school. Okay, just learn that one thing a day is better than nothing. Even if you do one word a day, at the end of 5 days, 7 days, you will have 7 new words or phrases. That is how you build up a vocabulary. Okay, and then you review it once a week. All right, and the last thing here, Jawi. Can you please read this? Number 10, please, Jawi.
Improve your mindset. If you are thinking this is going to take too long, just give me some tip and show me some trick, then your mindset is wrong and you will fail. But if you think I only need to do this for 10, 20, or 30 minutes a day, I should make this a habit and schedule a time every day, then you will improve.
Good. Okay. And the last thing, Michael.
Yes.
Okay. Can you read the last thing
There
I've
is no
highlighted?
other way to do it, so just do it.
That's right. There is no easy way to do this, so just do it. Okay. Find something you enjoy reading. Okay. Underline or write down the new words or phrases. Guess what they are, then look them up. All right. Write them down in a notebook, even just one a day. Once a week, review your notebook. Practice using the word in a sentence, like I did before with Kang Ling and acquiesce. Okay. And then after 1, 2, 3 months, your vocabulary will have improved. That is the way to do it. That is how you learn new vocabulary, by reading. Reading, okay, is the key. Not listening, reading. Reading something you enjoy. Feng Ni.
Yes.
Can you tell me what acquiesce means? Can you remember?
Is the agree?
Yes, very good. Thank you for paying attention, Feng Ni. So you have learned a new word. Try me, I've just seen your message. Yes. All right, she's already gone. Okay. So you all hopefully have learned today that acquiesce means to agree. Okay, so already you've learned a new word. And that is the how to do it. Okay, and we learned it because we read it. Are there any questions about that? This is how you learn new vocabulary. And if you want to get a 7 in the Ielts test, you need to have a good vocabulary, just like the words I was showing you before in the essay by the other student. Okay, last half of the lesson now, or last part of the lesson. Right, you are going to do some writing for the last part of the lesson, but first of all, we'll discuss it. I'll share this document with you in just a moment. Okay, Dut, are you back yet? Dut.
Yes.
Okay, Dut, can you see the essay topic? Can you see it?
Yes. I can
Okay,
see it.
can you read the topic for me, please, Dut?
There is an increasing trend about the world of married couples deciding not to have children. Discuss the advantages and disadvantages for couples who decide to do this.
Sorry, Dut, can you still hear me? You disappeared for a moment.
I was reading.
All right, okay. Sorry, can you just read the last part, Dut? I didn't hear that.
Discuss the advantages and disadvantages for couples who decide to do this.
Good, thank you, Dut. Okay, Bao Chan.
Yeah.
What type of essay is this, Bao Chan?
I think it's a discussion.
Not a discussion. Not a discussion. Try again, Bao Chan. Try again.
Advantage or disadvantage?
Is correct. It's an advantage or disadvantage, okay? Very easy to tell an advantage or disadvantage essay. It is in the question, okay? Discuss the advantages or disadvantages of someone who decides to do this. Okay, so Bao Chan, I'm staying with you. Bao Chan, what is your first detailed paragraph going to be about?
My first paragraph, I will
look at what? This is very simple, Bao Chan. What is your first paragraph going to be about?
I will discussion about there's an increasing trend.
Not quite. Again, what are these, Bao Chan? Remember, we're looking at these.
I will discussion about the advantage and disadvantage.
Okay, so your first paragraph, Bao Chan, what is your first paragraph going to be about?
Giving information.
Yeah, about what?
About the advantage and disadvantage.
Almost, Bao Chan, almost. Hyung Ling, are you there yet? Okay, Feng Ling.
Yes.
Okay, can you please help Bao Chan, please? What is your first detailed paragraph going to be about?
First detail, paraphrase the question.
No, your first detailed paragraph. Your first detailed paragraph. That is your introduction. You're going to paraphrase. Yeah. What is your first detailed paragraph going to be about, do you think?
The advantage.
Correct. What is your second detailed paragraph going to be about?
Disadvantage.
Correct. Good. Bao Chan.
Yes.
Do you understand now?
I don't hear clearly about the first paragraph.
Okay, so the first paragraph, I can hear you've got noise in the background there, Bao Chan. I know it must be hard for you to concentrate. Your first detailed paragraph is maybe going to be about this, okay? The advantages, just the advantages. Your second detailed paragraph is going to be about that, disadvantages, okay? Advantage, disadvantage type essays, the structure is very simple, very simple. What I want you all to do now is Kian.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Kian, your introduction paragraph. What is the first sentence going to be?
Paraphrase the
Correct. It's going to be a paraphrase. Okay. What is it going to be a paraphrase of? Kian, can you read the sentence for me? What are you going to paraphrase?
the
Don't do the paraphrase for me now. Just read me the sentence you are going to paraphrase.
there is an increasing trends around the world of married couples deciding not to have children.
Is correct, Kian. Thank you. So, everyone, you should know this. Whoops. by now, okay? Your first sentence of your introduction is going to be a paraphrase of this, all right? The second sentence of your introduction is going to talk about this, an advantage or disadvantage, okay? So what I'm going to do with you now is I'm going to share this document with you. I think I have the permission correct this time. Okay, so you should all be able to see the link that I've just sent you. Please click on the link as usual, and please write an introduction paragraph to this essay. An introduction paragraph to this essay, and I will come around each of you for the rest of this lesson and just check what you are doing. So again, for those of you who are not sure, this is an advantage-disadvantage essay. One of the 5 types of essay. The other types, just in case you've forgotten, are opinion, problem solution, double question, advantage, disadvantage, as we've just discussed, and discussion. So all I want out of you for this paragraph is really 2 sentences, 3 at the most. Please tell me, by the way, if you can't write on the document. You should all be able to write on this document, but please tell me if you are trying and you can't. Once you have written your paragraph, please check for any spelling or grammar mistakes. I'll be looking at that too. So obviously, before you write this, you're going to have to think of advantages and disadvantages of having children. Okay, Kang Ling.
Yes.
Kang Ling, you are near the top of the page, so I'll start with you. Just like I can see what you're starting to type, Kang Ling. Just be careful. It hasn't asked you for your opinion. Okay.
Okay.
So before you say this essay advocates the benefits of having children, okay, it hasn't asked you that. It doesn't ask you what you think. What has it asked you, Kangling? What has the essay asked you?
Discuss the advantages and disadvantages for couples.
Correct. Correct. Okay. It doesn't ask you what you think in this case. Okay. Sometimes it will, of course. Sometimes it will. But in this case, all that it is asking you, it just wants a list of the advantages and disadvantages. It's not asking you to choose which one you think is better.
Okay.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Kangling.
Yes.
Sorry, Kangling. Sorry, I've just talked to you. Sorry. Shami.
Yes.
Okay, just looking at your first sentence, Shami. Can you read it for me, please?
Yes. There's an upward chain of husbands and wives who determine not to have offspring.
Okay, so just a couple of grammar corrections, Shami. Okay, the paraphrase is fine. This bit here is not correct, Shami. Okay, who determine not to have offspring. Do you know what's wrong with that? You can use this word, but it's not quite the right form of it.
Yes.
Can you suggest a correction?
I think
Okay, there is a word missing here for a start. If you are going to structure the sentence this way, there's another word needs to go in here.
who are.
Yes, very good. Very good, Charmy. Okay, okay. Now you need to change determine to a different form of the word.
Change to the past tense.
Yes. This. Okay, can you see what I've done, Charmy?
Yes.
Okay, there is an upward trend of husbands and wives who are determined not to have offspring. Okay, so you need to have determined, not determine. Okay, it has to be determined. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Charmy. Keep going. Okay, but that is a good paraphrase, Charmy. Jabal. Jabal.
Yes.
Okay, how are you, Jabal?
Fine.
Okay, just looking at what you've written, Jabal, I just need to make a couple of corrections, okay? Needs to be this, Jabal.
There arise or there is
Okay, so you need to say that instead of this.
Yes.
Okay. There are two words missing here, Xiaobao. Two simple words.
Are.
One as one of them. That is the second one. What is the first one?
The first one.
Needs to be another word between couples and are, Xiaobao. Very simple word, 3 letters. Begins with W. Xiaobao begins with W.
Wire.
Not where, not where.
I mean wire.
Why did you say?
Who? Sorry, who? WHO.
Yes, correct. Good. Okay, please read the whole sentence now, Xiaobao.
There is a rise around the world of married couples who are choosing to not have children.
Good. Okay, I just wanted you to read it just to get you familiar with how the sentence should be. Okay, now it is correct.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, this part here, Xiaobao, though, is not correct. Going now. What does that mean? Going now. Going now.
I mean it's a noun in
Now.
Yes.
Okay, just say now. Okay, don't need to say going now. Just say now.
Yes, I forgotten to delete going.
Yeah, or even better to say these days is probably better. These days. But you can use now. Okay, Fengling.
Yes.
Okay, Fengling, let's have a look at what you've got. An increasing number of married couples around the world are choosing not to become parents. Okay, good paraphrase, Fengling. Very simple, but no mistakes. Okay, great. No mistakes, Fengling. Excellent. Okay, this trend has both. What are you going to say, Fengling? This trend has both.
I think advantage and disadvantage.
Okay. It does. Can you think of another way of saying advantages and disadvantages, Fengling? Can you think of a synonym for this? This trend has both. Thinking of a word that begins with P. Okay, there are several different words you could use for this. I'm thinking one that begins with P. PL.
P.
Let me type it for you. Fengling, can you see what I'm typing? Can you see?
Yes, I see. PL
Okay, maybe you're not familiar with this.
Pluses.
Pluses. So what is the next one?
Pluses.
Do you know what the opposite of pluses is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, it is this. Okay.
Minuses.
Pluses and minuses. Okay, so that is one way of doing it. Or another way is this word.
Positive and negative.
Correct. Very good, Fengling. There you go. Now you have a perfect synonym for advantages, disadvantages, positives, and negatives. Okay, good. Okay, Tukling.
Yes.
Okay, Tukling. What do we have here? There is an upward trend of don't need the, Tukling.
Yes.
Okay, even though I know married couples is a noun phrase, okay, and nouns should have articles. In this is one of the occasions they don't. Okay, this is one of the 1%. All right, that doesn't. Okay, there is an upward trend of married couples over the world. Over, what's a better word than over? Over is not quite right. Actually, this would be better, Tukling.
All over the world.
All over the world. Okay. And there is one word missing here, Tukling, short word. Do you know what it is? There is an upward trend of married couples all over the world. Something are unwilling.
Who?
Yes. Correct. Good.
Yes.
Who are unwilling to have sons and daughters. Okay. They think that not having children will help to decrease the financial burdens for them. So, okay, good reason. Yes, good reason. Okay, and have a free life. Okay, this part is not, I know what you mean, but it's not, the grammar is not quite correct. Okay, and have a free life. Okay, so it should be something like not have, should be this.
Give.
Okay, instead of free life, okay, remember I'm always about keeping it simple. So this, give them more what?
More comfortable.
No, using a different form of the word that you just used before. Give them more what? Yes,
Freedom.
correct. Very good. Okay, so decrease the financial burdens for themselves and give them more freedom. Okay, it makes much more sense than just saying and have a free life. Okay, it will give them more freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you, Tukling. Okay, Dat.
Yes.
Okay, let's have a look. Dat, these days there is a rising trend around the world. Okay, not of. Okay, different preposition. Dat begins with F. F.
F.
So not of, but a word, a preposition that begins with F.
From.
This one. Can you see what I've typed out? Yeah, for mothers and fathers.
Yes.
Okay, there's a rising trend around the world for mothers and fathers who do not do not intend to have kids. Kids start is too informal a word for this sort of essay. Okay, kids say need to think of another word than kids.
Children.
Children, or here is someone else's word. Start. I'll show you. This word here, Dat. Can you see this word here?
Nhớ offspring là gì không? Con cháu ấy.
Có.
Can you see that, Dat?
Yes.
Okay, offspring is another synonym for children. Okay, so because children has been used as part of the question, probably offspring is the best one. Okay, it's a good synonym. Okay, so this word here, please change kids, Dat. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, knock 2, Chagon. Knock 2.
Ngọc Tú ơi, trả lời thầy luôn đi con ơi.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can now,
Okay.
knock 2. How are you, knock 2?
I'm good.
Okay, knock 2. Let's have a look here. Nowadays, the number of married children. Okay, there's a couple of things missing from the sentence, knock 2. Okay. Yes. First thing is nowadays always has an S on the end. Okay.
Yes.
It was nowadays. All right, always plural. Nowadays, the number of married children choosing not to have any offspring, it's part of the sentence still missing. Is what, knock 2? Look at the original sentence. Nowadays, the number of married couples not having children is what?
Oh, I don't know. Decline.
No. What does it say in the sentence I've highlighted, knock 2? What does it say?
Increase change around the world.
Yeah, increasing. Okay, so your sentence needs to have something in it, okay, about increasing. Okay, what you've got so far, nowadays the number of married couples choosing not to have any offspring.
Now,
okay,
increasing a number of married couple choosing not have any offspring.
Okay, better to put it at the end of the sentence, the way you've structured your sentence. What's another way of saying increasing, Noctu?
Rise.
Is what? Is?
It's rise.
Not rise, but
Rise.
what is it? Give me a different form of rise, Noctu.
Rise. It's right.
You have the right word, Noctu, but the wrong form. What should it be?
Rise. It's right.
Should be this.
Yeah. In rise.
Yes, ing, rising, rising.
Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays, the number of married couples choosing not to have any offspring is rising. Okay, now that is correct. Thank you, Noctu. Please continue. Okay, everyone, you can stop writing. Please turn your cameras back on. We've reached the end of the lesson for today. So next week we will continue with this. Okay, next week we will continue. So does anyone have any questions before we go? Any questions for me? Okay, so the one thing, can you remember, Zung Ha, I will ask you. Well, Zung Ha, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, that is a nice color shirt, Zung Ha. Very nice
it's
color.
My uniform in the youth group.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that nice bright blue color. Looks very cheerful. Very cheerful. Okay. So, Zungha, can you remember what is the one thing that I want everyone to remember from this lesson? Can you remember what I said? The one thing, if you forget everything else from this lesson, what is the one thing that I do want you to remember? Okay, how to improve your vocabulary. What do you have to do? Yes, can you please say it again, Zungha, so everyone can hear?
Read.
Read is correct. So everyone, the one thing, if you forget everything else about this lesson, please remember this one thing to improve your vocabulary. Please read. Please read. Okay? Read. That will improve your vocabulary. And then use the other suggestions I have given you to help you remember the words that you read. So if there are no questions, thank you, everyone. Kam Eun, lovely to see you as always. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good week. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bạn nào chưa viết xong thì ngồi viết nốt đi nha. Bác thấy vẫn nhớ được ít lắm.
Chào bác.
Ok, chào con trai. Bye bye.